Dillian the Body Snatcher White here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Okay, so the judges and the referee have been announced for Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury on April the 23rd at Wembley Stadium for the WBC and Ring Magazine World Heavyweight Championship. And the three judges are not British, and they go as such. From Italy, Guido Cavalieri. From Canada, Robert Tapper. From Mexico, Juan Carlos Pelayo. Now, personally, I have no idea who any of them are. Maybe some of you do. If you do, please drop your thoughts below in the comment section. I haven't done any kind of investigation as to who they are. Have they made any kind of iffy decisions in that in the past? Maybe some of you will know. As I said, drop them in the comment section below. But the referee is from United Kingdom, Mark Lyson. Now, you can look at this from numerous ways. You could say, well, Tyson Fury and Frank Warren didn't want any kind of British judges for this fight. Why? Well, it could be because of what happened in the past with Tyson Fury and the whole UCAD situation and the British Box Board of Control. Understandably so. He doesn't trust the British Box Board of Control. Maybe he's making a stand over what happened with Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor, all those kind of things. Or maybe he's just being a diva. Depends on you, on how you look at it. But what kind of message does it send when it's a all-British fight for the World Heavyweight Championship in the United Kingdom, the biggest stadium that we have, Wembley, and none of the judges are British? What kind of message is that sending out? It's sending out a message of, if you're an away fighter, a foreign fighter looking to come to the United Kingdom, well, you better hope that there's no British judges, because you're likely to get screwed on the cards. That's the kind of message that it's sending, which is kind of fair enough in some ways, but let's not single out United Kingdom, because the world over have these. Germany's prolific for it. America, you name it, is prolific all over the world. So let's not just say England, or the United Kingdom, I should say, is the flag bearer for poor officiating. Okay? That said, the referee, Mark Lyson from United Kingdom, some of you will be very familiar with him. For those of you who aren't, well, he was a referee who was in charge when Dillian Whyte got stopped by Alexander Povetkin. Same referee who was in charge when Terry Harper got stopped by Alicia Baumgardner. He was a referee who officiated Galal Yafai's pro debut. Of course, he had that 10-rounder. And the list goes on and on. He's a kind of referee who doesn't really grab the headlines for the wrong reasons. Now, I'm not saying that he's never made any kind of poor officiating decisions as a referee or as a judge or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that he's not one of the guys, when you think of the referees and the judges who seem to grab the wrong headlines, he's not really the kind of name that stands out. Some of you may know a little bit better and point out certain fights that he wasn't a very good referee at, or maybe he scored wrongly as a judge, because here in the UK, and I'm presuming it's around the world as well, referees and judges kind of alternate. You can be a referee one week and a judge next week. That's kind of how it goes. But Mark Lyson's the kind of guy who isn't one of these A-star referees who so far up themselves that they will only officiate headline main events, and they have to be on Sky Sports or something like that. He's not that kind of referee. Okay, of course he has done that, as in he has been in main event fights and whatever else. I mean, he's been a referee for, 12, 13 years. He's from Liverpool, by the way, for those of you who don't know. But he will go around all kinds of shows. Matchroom, of course. Sky Sports with Boxer, Frank Warren, Mick Hennessy, you name it. He will go on all kinds of shows. He'd done the Sky Nicholson versus Beck Connolly one as well. So he's not one of these kind of diva kind of referee. So for me, I don't really have a problem with this particular referee. I mean, hopefully it's not some kind of a jinx, because as I said, he was a referee when Dillian Whyte got stopped by Alexander Povetkin, so he better not be. But anyway, that is the referee. I don't personally have an issue with him being the referee for this fight, but as I said, I think it does send out the wrong message. It really does. And of course, I'll be very interested as well, because obviously Tyson Fury and Frank Warren were very vocal about there not being any British judges for this one. Well, what about the rest of the card? Is it just this fight, or are we looking at the rest of the undercard as well? Speaking of the undercard, still no word, still nothing official as to what's going on with this undercard. So far, or at least on BoxRec, you've still got Tyson Fury's baggage handler in Isaac Lowe without an opponent. I wouldn't open my curtains if he was fighting in my garden, personally. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see. As far as the main event is concerned, the referee, I'm cool with. The judges, I have no opinion one way or another, because I said I don't know them. I've never heard of them. Maybe some of you have. Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.